Okay, we're back for the third and final race in round 4 of the HQ Holdens New South Wales State Championship. I'm Gary O'Brien. I've got Dave Amer here with me, the voice of HQ Holden Racing, at least in Victoria and New South Wales, and this is where it's all on the line. What's going to happen here in this race?
Well, Luke Harrison has got the horns out, mate. He said, David, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. I'm sick and tired of seeing a blue boot all the time. But Brett Osborne, the #1 champion, the 86 car, is in front. Luke Harrison beside him, Jared Harbour. Then we've got Jason Mole. Now, Chris Mole's at the rear of the field. He done a coil in that last race. That's the reason why he pulled over at turn 7, and that was the end of his. Ashton Parker, the young bloke, the 26 car. Jason Johnson, Mark Baxter, Wayne Potts doing extremely well. Very, very good-looking car. And it's also the best presented car this weekend for HQ Holdens.
Yeah, Darren Parker out of 9, Brendan Healy out of 10, one of his better performances. Stuart Spry out of 11 came from the back of the field after a DNF in race 1 on Saturday afternoon. Kane Robertson out of 12.
Righto, then we've got Glenn Robinson, his dad, and he said, David, look out. It's about time that I win in front of my son. So we've got a father and son. Keep an eye on that. David Galley as well. Adam Leach, the copper, in 42. He's had problems, but he done a good race in race 2. 47, Gordon McClay. And then right beside him, he's got his daughter, Amanda Saunders. Father and son, father and daughter, absolutely fantastic. So the 173 car will not be there. It's done a gearbox and has decided to put it on the trailer. Jake Deering had a bit of a spin. They pulled the motor out. Flywheel come loose. New flywheel bolts all back together, ready to go. Travis Marks in one of the HQ Extra cars in 63.
And Chris Mole, as we mentioned, off the back of the field. So keep an eye out on the number 23 white Commodore, HQ Holden.
Mate, HQ.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, mate,
there it is. He's the last one pulling into line at the back there. And Brett Osborne will be going for 3 from 3. Luke Harrison wants to upset that balance in this particular race if he can. Jared Harbour in behind. Jason Mole, I think they've made some suspension adjustments on that car. He went a little bit slower in the last race after a better performance in race 1. So keep an eye on the top 4. They'll be where we'll get our winner from.
Red light.
And they're off and racing, and it looks like Harrison has got the jump on Osborne, but Osborne will have the run going into turn 1. There's a bit of switching and changing going on behind, and it's Osborne who leads the way. Harbour on the inside of Jason Mole for 3rd position. Those 4 already got away from Ashton Parker, and Johnson, I think, is the next one through.
Yeah, I saw one of the white HQs pull off to the track wall there on the start-finish line, so hopefully they got up and going. As they're going through turns 2, Jason Johnson, beautiful looking car, the number 10 car, the red and black car, painted it himself, put it all together himself, and has done a very, very good workmanship paint job on it.
So it's Osborne leading from Harrison, Mole in 3rd, Harbour in 4, to see where Chris Mole's got to 16th, so he's picked up 4 spots just in the first couple of corners. There he is in frame there, coming through behind Brendan Healy. Out of turn 5.
Last year's champion, that's the reason why he's got #1. But Amanda Saunders is also
hasn't left the dummy grid.
Yeah, so it's got problems.
Sorry, the pre-grid. There's no dummies down there, apparently.
Yeah, well, someone's gone a bit off. Potts has gone off, but he's rejoining, so he's lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. All right, here we come. This is right just outside where we are. I'm looking out the window and I can physically see them coming through that corner.
Harbour's got a run on Jason Mole out of turn 8, and it may have picked up 3rd spot already, though. There's about 4 or 5 car lengths up towards Luke Harrison in 2nd, so Harrison and Osborne have actually pulled a gap, and Ashton Parker the next one in behind Jason Mole, and then we've got Jason Johnson followed by Mark Baxter, and it's Darren Parker and Robinson in 9th, Potts in 10th. And here we've got this dice going again between Mole and Parker, and Parker goes ahead, so Mole's dropped 2 spots in the opening lap.
He certainly has. the young bloke there, Aston, come onto the front straight. You can see the car was a lot more nicer. And, of course, the speed at the end of the straight. Oh, have a look at this. Command Digital, the 32 car.
That's Jason Mole.
Yeah, that's gone off on turn 1.
And he doesn't look like he's coming back.
Yeah, well, hopefully he will. He's getting right out the way.
He'd be pulling back a bit closer than
that. Definitely. That's the end of him.
So 1 mile out of the earlier race, and now another one out of this race, and here's his brother Chris Mole trying to make up some ground.
Certainly is. So we've got Osborne, Harrison, Harbour, Parker, Johnson.
And Brendan Healy off.
Yep. Yeah, there's smoke coming out of that car. He's had engine problems all weekend and oil leak problems, so don't know what's happened to that, ladies and gentlemen. Have to keep an eye on the HQ Extra car. Healy is out.
So we've got two white Holdens out after 1 lap of this, the third and final race. The third and final race for the championship this year, as I might add, round 4.
Yeah, there's Darren Parker's come out extremely wide there in the 40 car. So we'll just have to wait and see what's happening.
Replay coming up here. And yeah, Jason Mole just went straight on there. And then whatever was going on with the cars, decided that that'll be it. All over Red Rover.
Yep. Yeah, he's lost that top 6, so he's just decided to park it.
And we can see Brendan Healy's car off it on the outside of turn 11.
Yeah,
in the distance.
A lot of smoke in that engine bay again. So I have to wait and see.
And we've got a good race going on here between Johnson and Baxter. Coming down the straight, and slotted right in behind them is Darren Parker.
Yeah, he's the president of New South Wales HQs. So he's having a real good look at it. And there's his son at the front there in the 26 car. So in the teal blue, pretty blue car, you want to call it. So, father and son, brother and brother. HQ Holdens affordable excitement. That's what it's all about. We've got our Pettis suspension. We've got our Kenda tyres with the white writing on them. It makes them look really, really neat and smick. So the top 5, Osborne, Harrison, Harbour, Parker, Johnson. The 6th to 10th, Parker, Baxter, Mole, Potts and Robinson. And then Kane Robinson right behind him. So father is in front of son. And we'll wait and see what happens here.
And further up the field with the Parkers, it's the other way around.
Yep, that is for sure. It's fantastic to see it all. Look at Mark Baxter. He's poked his nose there into front of Darren Parker there. Then we've got Chris Mole from rear of field from 21st. Is all the way up into 8th position. That's a pretty good run. That's a very quick car. Command Digital for all your electronic stuff. So fantastic to have Command Digital there for 2 cars for many, many years. I understand that a car might be for sale next year. Have to wait and see once they work out what's happened and do a bit of a debrief. So very, very good car out there, ladies and gentlemen.
So will that mean both brothers will still be racing, or
maybe only one brother? I'm not sure. They just said to me, David, look, one car might be for sale. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
It might be the one that's parked out at turn 2. Just thinking.
Well, that's right.
At the moment, it might be that one.
Yeah, well,
but it changes. But here's Chris Mole, picks up another spot, gets past Johnson. Will he get Baxter as well?
Oh, yes, he will, I reckon. He's got that thing absolutely pedal to the metal. Going very, very fast, ladies and gentlemen. How fast is HQ going in turn 1? Around about the 185 kilometres an hour. On a Kenda road tyre, Pettis suspension, Pettis springs and shockers. As you can see, 6-cylinder Holden, disc brakes, drums on the rear. Engines get sealed and checked. We all run the same camshaft. Points Dizzy, single carby. We now running the Crow cams. Crow Cams has come on board. Thank you, Crow, to keep the HQ Holdens affordable. So you want to get involved, look at the websites, talk to me, talk to anyone in the class, and we can put you in the right spot. Have a look at this. Yes, it is father and son, son and father, 93, 91. So Kane's got in front by the looks of it at this moment. We've got 8 minutes to go, so we've got 4 or 5 laps. And then right behind them is the Triple A car. Beautiful looking car. The yellow and purple car, the Triple H of Gordley.
Yeah, the only real difference between the road when these cars were manufactured back in the early 70s is that the free-speed gearbox now has a floor mounting change rather than on the column.
Correct.
I don't think there's anyone that runs a column change on
Not anymore. No, that stopped probably in 2003. Was the last one that I can remember of. But, yeah, it's been, many, many times it's been on the floor. And that's where to have it. So it's a 3-speed gearbox. The differential is 355, Salisbury or Banjo. So a standard clutch. So we've kept these things to affordable excitement, value for money. They last for many, many years. Good wear and tear, a good starting point. Very safe cars, HQ Holdens. Very, very safe. Got a good roll cage on them, a good skin, doors, everything else like that. So
all metal.
Yeah, all metal. A metal race car, mate. Doesn't explode when you hit something. So normally it damages what it hits.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see the Potts car there, the 73 car. Sorry, 53 car. Beautiful looking car. Then we've got the 2 Robinsons, Gordley again. Just having a look at the race time at 1:58.7 by Osborne. He's 0.3 slower than he was in the last race at the moment. But we're only on lap 4, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's actually pulled a reasonable gap, over a second ahead of Harrison. Harrison hasn't been able to fulfill that promise.
No, that's exactly right. Looks like he had a bit of wind because he hasn't been able to fill his promise. Would have been good. We still have to wait and see. Can Brett Osborne make a mistake? Can the number 1 champion of HQs in Tasmania 2 weeks ago become the Nationals? We had race cars through the whole of Australia. Every state was there at the Nationals of Baskerville. 35 cars. Fantastic. Well done to Tasmania HQRA for putting it on. Sue Ashland done a massive job with all the support and class there. And it was excellent. But next year, ladies and gentlemen, Sydney, New South Wales has got the HQ Nationals. So that will be interesting.
Well, you think you'd get at least these 20 plus a couple of others that haven't made this round. You've got your interstaters that will come because going on Tasmania, there's 3 there from Western Australia, there's 1 from the Northern Territory, the South Australians always support it.
Yes.
So you're possibly looking at around about 50 cars.
Yeah, could be 50 cars. Imagine 50 HQs in one space, presented as good, if not better, than when they were brand new. Have a look at this 202, ladies and gentlemen. Go in the pits and have a look at the paintwork on it. It is absolutely stunning. It glows in the dark. You can see that just by the track. 202s on the door, powered by a 202 Holden. Single carby, like I said. He's starting to catch Harrison. Has Harrison got an issue? Is he got a tyre problem?
Well, I'd look at their sector times, they're about identical on that lap.
Yep.
And overall, sector times, looks like Harbour in the first and Osborne in the next 2, which is similar to what we had in the last race.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's very, very, very true. So we just have to wait and see what's happening and what's going on. Harrison to Harbour, 0.6. So they're very, very close. You can see it, ladies and gentlemen. You're lucky to be 2 HQs between it. That's 0.6 of a second.
You're looking at now the top 3 at the Nationals are actually the top 3 in this race in the same order.
Well, yeah, how very, very true. They went to Tassie. I don't think anyone had driven Tassie, basketball prior to the weekend. So I understand. So yeah, it's done extremely well, and this is how they finished at the Nationals, and this is how they're finishing at the moment. You can see it there, Osborne to Harrison, 3 seconds. Harrison to Harbour, 0.4.
I think Harrison was a lot closer to Brett down at Tassie, wasn't he?
Yeah, turn 8 there. Cop that. The ex-policeman, the 82 car, Adam Lynch, going around the outside of Maclay. That's the 42 car, just trying to have a bit of a look. That's for 13th, 14th position. Best times of both those cars is a 2:04, 2:05. So that's not too bad. And with the first three cars are under the 159s, ladies and gentlemen. The first three cars, boys and girls. And then from fourth, it's a 2 minute all the way down to position 10th, which is a 2:03.9. All right, we've got them in front there. Adam Leach, Gordon Maclay. Adam Leach in front. He had fuel issues, electrical gremlins on Friday and Saturday. Race 2 seemed to fix that problem, and it looks like he's got it nailed. He thinks he's got it A-OK at the moment.
Well, I think the 47 will argue the point still. I don't think he's done with him yet.
No, he certainly won't. Gordon absolutely loves it, and he's got his daughter there, Amanda, so it's good. Amanda's been doing it for at least 4, if not 5 years. When she first started HQ racing, mate, she couldn't even change a gear. The first to second, didn't know where it was, where reverse was. Goes to show you, a beginner can come through the ranks and totally enjoy HQ affordable excitement. See it on our website, see it here on Blendline. Blendline, absolutely fantastic. Streaming live. Baxter and Johnson right behind there is Darren Parker. That is for, we're just trying to find it, 6th, 7th and 8th.
Well, Chris Mole has certainly pulled away from this group.
He's done well, hasn't he? From 21st up into 5th.
Still a fair way behind 4th, but that was always going to be a hard ask.
Yep.
As you have to fight your way through the field, it starts to spread out, and as you get further up the field, the cars are quicker and harder to get past.
And wider.
Yes.
They're also wider, mate. Yeah, drivers don't like to make it easy for you, I can tell you that for sure. As they come into turn 1, doing around about the 175, 180, we got car 10, 80 and 40. 10 is Johnson, Baxter and Parker.
We've been at it since the start, these three.
And
here's Parker trying to go up the inside.
He's trying.
I think if he had his car, he might be happier. It's a little bit quicker than this one by the look of it, anyway.
Yeah, he is, but like he said, you know, the fastest person in the family's got the fastest car.
Well, that's a fair
and
call.
He's bringing this one further forward as well, so which is fantastic. Now, what his son's been whinging about, he now knows about. So he'll definitely fix that problem.
I was right, Dad.
yeah, that's exactly right. Young bull, old bull, you know. So we got Osborne, Harrison, Harbour. There's your top 3. Then we got Parker, Mole, Johnston, Baxter, Parker. Potts rounding out the top 10 is Kane Robertson. Glenn Robertson is in 11th position. He's a second behind his son at the moment. So father, son, and son is in front of father. Oh, look at Harbour. Harbour is coming on.
Now, this is what happened in the previous race. For quite a bit of the race, it looked like Harrison had second sewn up, but...
Checkered flag. Checkered flag.
So it's only happened on the last lap, and he's pulling out to try and make a move, and he's going to get close.
It's gonna be real close, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, it's a nose cone. I would say it's a nose cone. What is a nose cone worth? I'll tell you in a second.
0.08 of a second.
There you go.
800ths of a second was the difference.
800ths of a second. So we've got Osborne, Harrison, Harbour. Car numbers 8617, 202, 26, 1. Command Digital in 5th position. Then we've got, there we go, over the line, Johnston, Baxter, Parker. As the Kenda tyres are still squealing in the background, we can hear that from commentary. Oh! I was right. Absolutely screaming. Absolutely screaming there. Oh, smell that rubber from here, mate. And we're on the start-finish line. So there we have it as they're coming down. First, second. Here comes third.
There wouldn't have been any sort of contact between them, would there?
No, I don't think so. I think he just got a bit enthusiastic. Enthusiastic it's called. A bit of youth. Thinking, well, these tyres aren't going to do it anymore. So he might as well smoke him by the looks of it. He's gone out wide. He's lost it. He's done the burnout. He's come back on. No harm done.
And there's he's just done it on his own. And there you go. So there's plenty of power under the bonnet. You can smoke the tyres in a HQ Holden.
Definitely without a problem.
Yeah.
So from HQ New South Wales and David Amel, thank you for letting me on Blend Line. I really appreciate it.
Now, you were
It's
saying
awesome.
that there's a possibility they may be a non-championship race at one raceway. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. The start of November, I understand. We're just going to dot the I's, cross the T's.
Oh, well, that's a good one to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, and that's at Goulburn, people. If you don't know where that racetrack is, it's the old Wakefield Park. They've renamed, and my oath, have they rechanged.
Yep.
So there's our finals. Hope to see you there. We've got the HQ 4-hour at Winton, the start of December.
And then
Two
time off
drivers.
to get ready for next year. Thanks
That's
again,
it.
Dave. Thanks to the
Thank you.
HQs. We'll take a break from here. We'll be back with the last Mark Cars Race Australia shortly.